Chicago Board of Trade taunts Occupy Chicago, we are the 1%. You know, the Occupy Wall Street spread to Chicago, and you see this photo here, Max. This is from the Chicago Board of Trade, and they put up posters inside saying, we are the 1%.
These fellows should not be so cocky because the mob is beginning to circle, I can say, maybe in those terms. In other words, it's not as if these people can simply disappear once they punch the clock and leave the Chicago Board of Options Exchange. I mean, they're living, breathing human beings. For how long?
Many people don't know this, but Marie-Antoinette actually did the same thing. She hung a poster outside of Versailles saying, I am the 1%. And here's an image from the 1800s, I guess, and this is a picture of her being led to the guillotine. And I have another picture here, Max. This is the actual blade used to cut her head off soon after she put up her banner saying, I am the 1%.
I've got a bid on that. I'd like to add that to my collection, my Robespierrean collection of Reign of Terror memorabilia, with prices for Reign of Terror memorabilia are skyrocketing all over the world as people begin to remember some of the actions that they can take.
Yes, and I'm not advocating that. I'm just saying this is what happens in history.
Well, I've been saying, you know, that you need to have something in your back pocket to scare the bankers with. If Hank Paulson can say we need a $3 trillion bazooka to scare the banks into giving us more money, then the 99% can say we've got the guillotine. Yeah, I saw you on Twitter. You were tweeting from the Occupy Wall Street. You're down in the trenches, and one of the tweets that you posted, you said, Roseanne Barr, if corporations are people, then Goldman Sachs needs to be executed for premeditated mass murder, terrorism, mayhem, and grand larceny.
Yes, absolutely.
Would this be your platform then, running for president?
It's part of it. Is the part of my platform is, of course, that the guilty must be punished, and that we can no longer, you know, let our children see their guilty leaders getting away with murder, because it teaches children that, you know, they don't have to have any morals, and as long as they have guns and are bullies, that they'll win. And I don't think that's a good message. I do say that I am for the return of the guillotine, and that is for the worst of the guilty.
You're singing to the choir on this show. We've been advocating the guillotine for years now.
Oh, well, fantastic. We think alike in many ways.